Hello 10K community! We are back with the Osumania 10K tournament. I am Nivrad00, and today we will be bringing you the second match of the pro bracket, Skalim versus Yui.
This is gonna be exciting.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's just me in the casting booth here today, but hopefully Killbot will be able to take some time out of their very busy streaming schedule. Thank you so much for hosting this tournament, by the way, to aid me in talking about these two wonderful players we have today. Yeah, so this will be exciting because Yui, one of the strongest players we have involved in this tournament, according to qualifier scores at least, second only to the Great Derby, of course, who sits at the #1 seed. Skalim, a little bit behind in terms of what we've seen so far in qualifiers, but still definitely here to give Yui a run for his money. After all, earlier we saw RTU, who was seeded lower than Semyon, actually take out Semyon in a 2-0, is that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think this qualifiers didn't go very well because he's not very used to the O's client, but we clearly saw his best side. I think he practiced a lot.
True. Yui, especially coming from other non-Mania games primarily, such as Quaver or BMS-style maps, might be a little bit uncomfortable with Osu still. On the other hand, Skalim, coming from a mainly coming from a very storied history of 7K and other key modes in Osumania. Only recently getting into 10K, but at least has a lot of experience with Osumania as a game overall.
Well, then I think we're gonna start with the warm-up now.
Absolutely, I'm excited to see what they are.
Yeah, as I announced yesterday, we're not gonna do a roll anymore like yesterday, but we're just gonna do red first and blue second. So,
you know, sometimes simple is better.
I'll ask Yui what his warm-up map is gonna be.
Hello everyone in chat. Hello gamers! It is time for Epic Gaming. The warm-up's so important in 10K. I was talking to Akka about this, but even more so than 4K and 7K, I feel like if I haven't played 10K for the past hour, I'm not hitting any of those PBs. I don't know about you, but because I don't know, maybe the more fingers they have, the longer it takes to get them all up and firing on all cylinders. Could just be me though. I imagine, given the sheer difficulty of some of the maps in the pro bracket, you're definitely gonna want as much warm up as you can get. I did notice, so we've seen 2 matches so far. We've seen Sparks versus Iron in the intermediate bracket, as well as Semyon versus RTU in the pro bracket. And everyone seems to take a very conservative approach to map picking. We saw more of the low-level maps. You know, Sparks and Iron came out with the easiest tech map, the easiest hybrid map. Well, the only hybrid map, but it's still not very hard. And on the pro side, we saw Semyon and RTU come out with the easiest tech map and the second easiest Jack map. So I don't think any of the players right now are really wanting to get in there and tackle the really hard 5-star, 6-star maps. But I guess we'll just have to see if Yui and Skalim have any different of a philosophy when it comes to map picking. Well, we have a little bit of time to spare as we wait for Yui's map pick to come in. We can also take a look at the bracket. We do have Semyon and RTU down. Well, of course, we already know the results of that one. RTU is moving on to face either Gamer or Derby in the semifinals. But here on Yui and Skalim's side of the bracket, they will be moving on to face the winner of the match between Akka. I've been pronouncing Akka's name wrong for most of my time I've known him, and I've known them for a very long time, so just so you know. Akka and CTCT, the winner of them will face the winner of this match. And by the way, if you're interested in seeing more pro bracket matches, we're going to be having 2 back-to-back in, I want to say, like 9 to 10 hours from now. So early morning for me, quite late at night for some of y'all.
Okay, Yui has decided. It's gonna be fastest crash. One of Semyon's auto maps.
Auto maps?
Yeah, so he didn't map it himself, but he used tools that he made to make an 10K version of it.
That's so interesting. So is it like based off of a smaller key mode version and it's been expanded to 10 keys?
Exactly. 4
that
keys.
Is really clever.
10 keys.
4 keys? That's a lot of keys to add. Oh my god.
And it still keeps awesome. All the patterns and everything. It's crazy.
Well, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, fastest crash. That's a really fast map, though. I mean, it's in the name, fastest crash. I don't know. I can't see the star. Oh, I can see the star rating, 4.7. So it's not horribly dense, it looks like, but Yui's definitely not pulling any punches when it comes to the warm-up. Alright, here we go, finally getting into the action. We have the first warm-up map chosen by Yui, Fastest Crash. Originally mapped by Shoegazer, but with 6 lanes added on top. One thing I immediately want to point out is how fast Skalim's scroll speed is. I don't know, I feel like I've known this about Skalim, but Skalim reads hella fast. Can I say that on stream? I don't know, I feel like we haven't discussed the age rating of the stream. Oh, but unfortunately Skalim's high reading speed doesn't necessarily mean a high ability to read. Falling all the way down to 92%, while Yui is sitting nice up at 98. Getting lots of perfects here, hardly ever dropping. There's a combo drop right there as it gets a little more dense, but yeah, Yui definitely thriving more on their own pick than Skalim. I don't know, maybe Skalim's just, you know, biding his energy. Maybe he's just playing it safe, not trying to tire out his fingers, but it's not looking so good for Skalim fans right now. Yeah, it's too early to draw conclusions. I just call it as I see it, and what I see right now is domination on the side of Yui. Granted, I'm sure Yui has lots of practice playing this map though, because as you said, this is a convert that Yui himself has made out of Shoegazer's map. It's quite techy, I have to say. There's a lot of those flams or broken streams going on, and I'm sure some of that has to do with the auto-convert being kind of weird, but definitely very good practice for those tech maps that we'll see in the pro map pool. Oh yeah, not at all forgiving patterns. It's times like these I'm glad I'm in the intermediate bracket. You know, I've been meaning to check out more of the pro bracket maps. At the very least, so I kind of have a better idea of what's going on in these pro matches, but I've been kind of occupied working on the intermediate one instead. You know, Akka, you might be right. Skalim maybe just not invested in this map. Maybe Skalim just doesn't care, you know? It's just a warm-up. There's no reason to go all out. This isn't even his final form.
Indeed, this doesn't say everything yet. If he trained the map pools very well, it
Absolutely.
might still be getting very interesting.
Yeah, especially with the rate that Skalim just skill boosts whenever he plays 10k. It's kind of impressive to see. Who knows? Maybe if we did the qualifiers today, Skalim would just be blowing Yui out of the water.
Was gonna say.
I mean
his
that might be a little
qualifiers were
optimistic,
very good, and that was while he hadn't played so much 10k before.
That's just insane. You know, when you're new to 10k, it's hard to even know which key corresponds to which finger, let alone being able to play incredible patterns like this. I gotta get my hands on this map. It's been cool. Just for personal use. Well, it looks like the rainfall of notes is finally coming to an end. Skalim has not improved that score, sitting nice at an 87%. SebIX, yes, this is warm-up. Do not worry. Skalim has not shown his true power yet, hopefully. That's what we're hoping. If the rest of the match goes this way, then it might not be very interesting to watch. So, you know, gotta root for the underdog a little bit here. Regardless, there it is, Yui pulling off a 96%, a very solid S on his own warm-up pick, and going over to blue side for Skalim picking the second warm-up. That was 4 minutes long, too. Quite a warm-up. Now it is 1 a.m. over where Skalim is in Chile. I have to wonder if that affects his performance at all. You know, is 1 a.m. really the time when you want to have a high-stakes Osimania match? I don't know, but meanwhile, Yui in Korea having a very nice midday match at 2 p.m. So 2 very different environments where our competitors are coming from. It is also 1 a.m. over here. It's been a very long day. But what a better way to end it off. 1 a.m. is the best time, Aka. I agree. I mean, honestly, this is when I play the most video games, personally. So that's not me. I wake up at like noon to 2 p.m. every day. So this is primetime gaming hours for me. Is it the same for Skalim? Who knows?
And this is Skalim's warm-up pick. Twisted Drop Party.
Interesting. Can you say that again? I don't see the title on the screen because it's a pack.
A Twisted Drop Party.
Okay.
I think I can make the screen a bit bigger.
Well, isn't it just that since it's a part of a map pool, it's not going to show the name of the thing?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it just says various artists 10k derby pack. Not very informative. But yeah, Twisted Drop Party. I wonder if this has any relation to Lunatic Rave Party. They seem very closely related in terms of...
I was thinking the same thing.
Thematic elements. Uh-oh. Well, I'm looking at the star rating now, and it looks like Skalim has pulled an Uno reverse card and put it up to 5.4 stars. As if 4.7 was enough. Well, we'll be able to see it very soon. Coming into this map, I believe made by Derby. It is Derby's map pool, after all. Not map pool. Map pack. And we're off to the races. Already a very fast map, I can tell. Oh yeah, lots of little... what are those called? Trills. Yeah, you can really tell it's 1 a.m. A lot of trills and stairs coming in here. Well... I am being told that this is a map that gets harder as it goes on. By our lovely contestants in chat. I imagine, because, you know, this entry... Like, I feel like I could play this intro. You know, I could probably play this. I couldn't beat Skalim or Yui for sure, but I could play it. Now that some time has elapsed, we can take a look at the accuracy and see they're actually a little bit more evenly matched than the previous match, so that's good to see. Skalim fans rejoice. But Yui is still in the lead by a considerable margin. I want to say about 15,000, 10,000, and almost a % up in accuracy as well. It doesn't help that Skalim keeps missing and dropping that little by little every time. Honestly, this is probably harder than most of the maps we've seen in the tournament played so far. I'm so glad you guys are in the chat, because you are like doing my job for me. You're providing this analysis and the commentary. It's very valuable. Especially for a 10k noob like me. Well, here we are in the break. Yui has increased the lead to 20k. Once again, this is just a warm-up. This is Skalim's choice of warm-up. But if Skalim can't win his own warm-up pick, then it might be a little dicey for him in the actual round. Remember, this is also a best of 3, which means if Yui just wins the first 2 matches outright, the game's over. Skalim doesn't have another chance to get back. Thank you, level 51. You are cool as well. So I got some Ellens coming in. Wait, I know this part. Wait, I played this song before. It's all coming back now. Well, a lot of people seem to be in consensus that Nib is cool. I think we might need a little more research on that. I'd like to see the little bit of LN sprinkled in here. It's nothing super hard by what I've seen, like none of the complex LN release stuff. But, you know, personally, I'd like to see some LNs in this tournament because 10K is such a Rice-dominated game mode. Mainly because of the, you know, BMS influences, just the personal preference of the players. But it could really shake up the field when it gets brought out.
I agree. bit of a lane could make it very interesting.
Oh, for a moment there, it looked like Skalim was ahead in terms of accuracy. Unfortunately, the score is not quite there. It's still about 10k down. No, that's about 20k down. But the accuracy has come back. Once it got a little bit denser, it seemed like Yui started to struggle a little bit and gave Skalim a chance to come back. Unfortunately, not enough for Skalim to overtake. I do want to point out the rainbow perfect to regular perfect, or the rainbow 300 to regular 300 ratio, much higher for Skalim. So Skalim definitely has that accuracy on point. Not so much the hitting the notes and keeping the combo up. Well, here we all are, folks, our beautiful map pool screen, because finally it is the start of the match proper. Both teams, both parties, hopefully fully warmed up and ready to go in for their first real map of the tournament. I believe we will be doing rolls to decide who gets to pick first. Of course, the other person bans, and the first person picks. I said that in a confusing way. There'll be a ban, then a pick. That's how each round goes. And what a pool to choose from. It's a very big pool, by the way. 22 maps. More maps than you usually see in a tournament, but that's because we only have one map pool to last us for the entire rest of the tournament. Hello, what is this? Yui coming in with 99 points. Skalim coming in right after with 96. I have to say, is this a prediction of the accuracy that these two people will be getting on their first pick? Could be. Well, look at this. Skalim has already banned Speed 2 Fastest Crash. Hold on. Oh, sorry, no, that's Speed 3, isn't it? Okay, I was confused. I was like, Speed 2 isn't Fastest Crash. But no, this is Speed 3 Fastest Crash, which I believe is the warm-up that we just saw, so Skalim knows, he already knows he doesn't want to play that. He just played it, he got 87, he's not doing that anymore. Meanwhile, we have, yes, what is this? Stream Reverie, a site, De La Rue. I believe that is the band coming up from Yui. And I am not at all surprised. This is the same band that we saw earlier by, I'm gonna have to check, but one of the pro players earlier also banned it. Semyon, yes. Because
yes,
no one wants...
actually a pick.
It is the pick?
Yeah, we are doing one ban, one pick every match.
Okay, my apologies. So, I have mixed up the order of the proceedings. This is a pick of one of the hardest maps in the I can't say. I can't play any of these. But
it's
this
definitely
is
up there.
Definitely a hell of a map. Oh my gosh, this will be exciting. Once again, Yui not pulling any punches. This super hard diff, level 20. Sitting nice and pretty at 6.56 stars. I no longer believe that we are going to see a 99% on this. I'm not even sure if we're going to see a 96% on this. We will just have to see. Oh gosh. That's right. You know, saving grace of this map, it looks like, I'm just checking the beat map page now, but at least the HP and accuracy and OD seem to be pretty low. Which is good. These contestants are definitely gonna need that. I see a rip Skalim in the chat, and I gotta say, I don't know if Skalim is prepared for this. I don't know if Skalim is ready. If Skalim didn't like the fastest crash, I don't know if he's gonna like this pick. And here we are off with the calm before the storm. For a moment there, I saw a 96 from Skalim and a 99 from Yui, so my prediction has come true, but Skalim has plummeted right past the 96 mark and is now at 93. Oh no, and this is the easy part of the map. Yui clearly having prepared this map, coming in, hitting these court streams very comfortably, still sitting at an S. I don't think that's gonna last for very long, but for now, still at a 95, 96 level. Meanwhile, on Skalim's side, this is pure murder, falling down to 83% and counting downwards, of course. Oh my, at the very least, I won't expect a fail from Skalim because it is HP 5, so it would take a lot to fail someone like Skalim, but this is 10% difference already coming out between these two contestants, so it is not looking good. Oh no, I think I am witnessing a murder here. Wow, this map is dense! Honestly, the 10 key smash was what might be coming out here from Skalim in order to get through those dense sections. Meanwhile, Yui has lost that 95%, just as I predicted. These chord streams, actually this is more of a chord mash, I would say. Now it's become a chord stream. It's a little bit too dense. Those stairs are too fast for any human to hit. And unfortunately, these are mere mortals here. Aka, yes, Yui will not be able to pick this map in his next round, but he is free to pick it again after that. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's how it works. It's no longer available for one match after this.
That's
okay,
exactly how it works, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Let's check back in, and against my belief, Skalim actually did manage to fail there. I think he has brought it back and is now revived, but wow, 78%. If anything, this is a sigh of relief from Skalim because it is over with a nice 690k coming out from Yui and a 400k coming out from Skalim. Not even half of the points possible. Ooh, yeah, honestly, there's not much to be said here. This was a plain shutout from Yui. Yui knew, okay, well, I'm really bad at this map, but I know Skalim's gonna be even worse. So, you know, once again, pulling no punches. Hitting him where it hurts. Sabo X pointing out that Skalim did win by ratio. It's true. Once again, Skalim coming out with the insane Rainbow 300 ratio. But unfortunately, that doesn't count for anything in this tournament. Okay, this is at this point, Skalim, I know you can't hear me, but this is where you need to have a little mental reset. Take a deep breath. Think about what map you want to pick. See if you can bring it back. If Skalim wants to win this map, he has to win his own pick and then win Yui's next pick. That might be a tall order since at this point Yui knows what one of Skalim's weaknesses might be, which is the ultra dense maps, but we'll see if Skalim can play to his own strengths this time. I don't know. I mean, we've seen that amazing ratio come out, maybe on one of the easier maps, maybe, I don't know, one of the Jack picks or a Tech pick. He might be able to pull out ahead by sheer accuracy alone. I am coaching Skalim because Skalim needs the support. He needs our energy right now, folks. Alright, we're starting once again with a ban, this time from Yui. Yui, having picked the map that was banned last time, it could really be anything at this point. Honestly, I feel like it's just come out of left field, this pick. And at this point, anything is possible. What is Yui's strategy? Truly nobody knows. Not even me. I'm taking a look at the map pool, but once again I have to admit, I'm not the most familiar with this map pool. I've played some of them. I've played Wave Tapper, I've played Mate and Bonito, okay mesmo. I pronounced that wrong. That is Portuguese. Oh, I think I played Bullet too. Have I played Bullet or have I just watched it? These are the sort of maps that I can pass, but just barely. You know, if I play it like 5 times in a row, I'll pass it once out of the 5. We have our guest commentator Aka coming in. In his opinion, hardest maps are 4 Seasons, Unravel, and Site de la Rue. I have played 4 Seasons. My best score on that is like an 86%. It is very hard. I am not going to disagree with that. unravel the third hybrid map, unlike the one we just saw, which was the fourth hybrid map. If that's actually... Oh, no, that one is also one of the hardest, along with the fourth hybrid map, so... Yeah, hybrid. It's a dangerous category, down here at the bottom of the map pool. Hybrid where you have to expect the unexpected. But honestly, yeah, I don't see Skalim going for any of those three picks. Certainly, I think if you're Skalim, you want to kind of switch it up a little bit. Play something a little easier, maybe? Aqua, I hope you're taking notes, because this could be your new opponent after this. I'm not sure if CTCT is in this chat, but if so, then...
Okay, Yuri has chosen for Hyper Fiber World to ban.
Okay, interesting.
We're now waiting for Skalim to pick a map.
Gotcha. Interesting, banning Tech 1, the map by Hananos. Honestly, I wonder if Yui's strategy is pick the hardest map, ban the easiest map. And just kind of go from there. Oh. Not to say that any of these maps are easy, but certainly Hyperfiber World might have been one of those maps where the accuracy is a little more important than the sheer mashing power. Okay, Skalim, taking no time at all to pick a map. It's going to be your best nightmare, and as helpfully pointed out by Yui, that is a long note map. Exactly what I wanted to see, and I love Skalim going for it. Honestly, I did not know. I was not thinking of Skalim as a long note player, but I haven't really checked up on him in a long time, so maybe long note has become somewhat of a specialty. And I've said this before, but in the world of 10K, any amount of long note expertise can take you a long way. Because me, when I played 7K, long note was my weakest skill set. But now after I've shifted to 10K, it's suddenly become one of my best. Just goes to show, perspective is everything. Of course, this one's not too hard. I have not seen the map personally, so I cannot speak to it, but Aqua is telling me it's not too bad, and it is the LN1 pick out of 3. So it's no Dragon Valley, it's no Easy, which is... That's the name of the map. The map is called Easy, and it's not easy. It's hard. But here we go, going to the second pick. Let's just remind everyone, this is a best of 3. Yui has 1 point already. If Yui can take this break point from Skalim, that's going to be all she wrote. Skalim knocked out of this single elimination tournament. Here we go, already seeing the long note shenanigans start with the little grace notes, as well as the long notes flanked by notes on either side. Have I seen this map before? Now I'm not sure. Regardless, we are well into Your Best Nightmare now. I'm looking at the name of the song, and it says Undertale, Your Best Nightmare, which is... That's not the name of the composer, that's the name of the game. I shouldn't split hairs here. What's more important is pointing out that Yui is actually ahead right now. Just by a hair, maybe a little more than a hair. I am seeing kind of a 98% to 97% happening here, but this is Skalim's own pick. Honestly, Skalim needs to pick it up soon, otherwise this is going to be a shutout, yet another 2-0 shutout in this 10K tournament. Yeah, I'm watching here, neither player really able to hold a combo, these LNs proving to be a little bit difficult. But it is Skalim who is dropping more and more, now threatening to fall underneath 95. Even in this fairly, I want to say not even the super dense section, it's just those long notes. You gotta make sure to hold it down all the way. This is score v2 after all. If you get the long note end wrong, you get a miss. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. The complexity of the long notes increasing. Yui just breaking a very impressive 600, more like a 550 combo, getting a couple combo breaks in a row. But even after those combo breaks, still a little bit ahead in terms of percentage, and definitely ahead in terms of score. Now taking it to about a 25,000 score difference. And since it's halfway through the map, it's gonna be a tall order for Skalim to come back. I am seeing a couple of breaks in a row from Yui. I don't want to call it right now in case it was client issues, but it does look like Yui is falling a little bit behind now. The percentages, this is just like it was in the warm-up. Skalim falling behind in the start, starting to equalize about halfway through the map, but you've already given up so many points in the first half. It's going to be a struggle to get it back in the second half. Wow, look at these jacks on the thumb lanes. Whoever mapped this was not kidding around. Wait, it says on the screen. I can't read it. I'm sorry, the text is too small on my screen. Very professional mapping here. Oh, look at this. Skalim has gone ahead in terms of percentage as the map heated up, as it got a little more dense. It seems like Skalim was a little bit more prepared, and now it is neck and neck in terms of percentage. But once again, Yui has that advantage from the start of the map where he was so much stronger. And now as we're hitting the 75% mark, he is still 20,000 ahead. That is a big gulf to breach. What? That is a big gap to bridge. And these staggered long notes are not going to help. Sorry, wrong tournament. I'm sorry, I did not get these references. I have not been keeping up with the tournament scene. Well, here we are, folks. We're running out of time. Both players hitting the 700k mark. Actually, Skalim just now getting there. Still about 20k back, and it looks like any chances of a comeback are being thrown out the window. We have a little reprise of the beginning here, and Yui holding on to that lead. Once again, building up a nice combo as well. It's tense, but honestly, all we can do now is wait for the results. It's gonna be any second now as we get through these slightly weird patterns with the up and down arrows being drawn with the notes. I don't know if anyone noticed that. But there we go, the full 10k chord for the end of the 10k tournament match. And it's going to be Yui with a 2-1 sweep against Skalim. Granted, 2 maps in a row is not that big of a sweep, but in terms of this best of 3 match, that is what counts as a sweep. Well played, Skalim. You brought your best. You were actually really close in this last map. Skalim somehow losing with the higher accuracy. That is just so painful. But if you cannot keep up the combo, if you cannot prevent getting all those misses, then unfortunately you just aren't going to get very far in this tournament. And Yui has shown that he really does deserve that number 2 seed spot. Making a run for it, hopefully trying to see if he can beat out Derby and become the number 1 10k player of this 10k tournament. But regardless, that is all we have for you in this match. Well, let's have a little bit of a recap. Why don't we? We just saw Yui beating Skalim. Earlier, we saw R2U beating Semyon in a bit of an upset in the pro bracket. Those are the 2 pro bracket matches that we've had so far. And we started off the intermediate bracket with Sparks beating Iron yet again in a 2-0. Hopefully in some of our upcoming matches, we'll be able to see maybe a 2-1, a little bit of a closer fight. I believe the very next match is going to be Aka versus CTCT. Although I will have to check my schedule for that. I will have to check my schedule for that. That is correct. That's going to be in mental math 8.5 hours from now, wherever time zone you might be in. And directly after that, we're going to be having Gamer facing off against the Titan himself, Derby. And after that, we get to watch me facing off against Baluki because our match got rescheduled. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all we have. So, thank you everyone for tuning in, Yui and Skalim. Thank you for this wonderful entertainment and great showing from both of you. Hope to see you again tomorrow. I will also be there. I'm waking up early for this, so you have no excuse not to be here to watch. I'm Niv, and this is us signing off with the 10k tournament.